What's going on, guys? Welcome back, LEOPAZZO Productions. Thank you very much for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to be having a closer look at this brand new LED video light. This is the Sutefoto P100 RGB LED. So guys, let's get started. This P100 RGB CW basically means it has the full spectrum of the RGB color. We can adjust the intensity, the brightness, and the color of this light. Any color that you desire in your head, you can definitely go ahead and set it right here at the back of the light. I will mention right off the bat, we can also control this LED video light with the mobile app. It's a great app. It connects via Bluetooth and it's simple to install on your mobile phone as it's free. You can go ahead and connect the light. You can go ahead and name the light. There's so many features. I want to show you guys in more detail throughout this video. I'm actually pretty excited to share with you guys this LED light because it actually is built well. The color rating and spectrum CRI rating of this light is actually very impressive. It does come with a Bowens mount. Lots of these little features that I kind of just want to go ahead and discuss with you guys today. So just starting off with the basics, again, P100 basically means that yes, it is a 100-watt LED light. I will mention that this LED light not only can do the RGB full spectrum, but it could also be adjusted from a nice warmer temperature from 2800 Kelvin all the way up to a nice cooler temperature of 10,000. That is a huge range from 2,800 all the way up to 10,000. It's fantastic because we can literally adjust this light from full RGB. We can adjust it from warmer to cooler. And not only that, as I mentioned, we can also control this light via the app. It comes with the Bowens mount along with this reflector. The housing of this light is actually made out of plastic. We do have this little handle here at the back. So another thing that I would like to mention to you guys about is the plastic mounting option here that we have at the bottom of the light. When I first unboxed this light, when I first got it, I was a little bit concerned. I'm like, oh, my previous model of the Sutefoto P80 actually has a metal mounting option, but in this case the P100 has a plastic mounting option. But you know what, after setting it up and installing it here a few times along with a softbox, which is a medium-sized softbox, I would say approximately 24 inches, that's what I've been using it with, and I'm easily able to adjust the angle and the positioning of this light. So overall, I've been very happy with the light itself, and I'm not as concerned as I was originally about the plastic mount. But in general, I think most people would enjoy having a metal mount just because it's a little bit more solid. So that's just something that I would like to possibly see improved in the near future in another model. Another awesome feature that you guys should know about, this light can be powered not only with the AC/DC adapter, which we have currently plugged in right now into the wall, and shortly I will be powering on the light for you guys right here beside me, but we can also power this light, which is an amazing feature if you're a mobile run and gun type of content creator, filmmaker, and you want to use this light outdoors and you don't have access to powering this light by plugging it into the wall. We can power this light with 2 MPF batteries. If you have a closer look here at the side of the light, we have an MPF battery slot that we can just simply mount in right there onto the left hand side. And also over here onto the right hand side, we do also have another slot to mount an MPF battery. So you will need both MPF batteries to power this light. I will mention, yes, that is an awesome feature, but just keep in mind when you are powering this light with the MPF batteries, it can only be adjusted to maximum 80% brightness. Guess what? If you really want to be able to power this light to 100% outdoors without being able to be plugged into the wall outlet, we can power this light with a V-mount battery, and that's exactly what I have mounted right here onto my light stand. So I just simply have a V-mount battery plate mounted onto my light stand, and from there I just connected onto my V-mount battery onto that plate. And what I'm going to be doing is using a D-tap to DC cable and plugging that in directly to the back of the light. Okay, so I will be showing you guys that as well. I can power this light in multiple different ways. So talking a little bit more about the specs of the P100, the CRI rating of this light is 96 CRI, which basically means that the color of this light is going to be very accurate and it's going to be looking good when you're filming people and their skin tones, or just in general, anything that you're going to be filming and illuminating with this light is going to be very accurate in the color, because this is what it produces, a 96 CRI rating. So another awesome feature about this light actually allows us to have 10 different lighting effects. They're built-in lighting effects, and we can change basically the frequency of that effect. So basically how long or how often you want it to flash. We have 10 different frequencies, 10 different effects, all built in within this light fixture. So just to name some of the lighting effects that we will find within the menu in the settings, for an example, there will be like paparazzi, the fire mode, there'll be like a cop car, ambulance, a TV, faulty bulb. Those are just some of them that I can name here at the top of my head. So talking about the light's cooling system, this light does have an internal fan, so when you go ahead and power on the light, the fan is going to turn on automatically. There are no settings within the light fixture to control the fan speed or anything like that, so it's just going to automatically do its thing and cool down the light. I will mention, no matter what, if you have the light at 1% intensity or 10% or all the way up to 100%, the fan noise is not going to increase as you increase the intensity. I will mention that the construction design of the light, we do have some holes towards the top and we do have some holes here at the bottom, which is going to allow some fresh air to come inside of the light and also some of that hot air to escape from the light. So overall, the fan noise of this light is very, very minimal. So just briefly talking about the compact size of this light, just estimating over here, it looks like it's about 4 inches by 4 inches by 4 inches. It's literally like a cube shape. The only thing that's kind of extending a little bit past it is the little handle here that we have at the back, and also the Bowens mount. So just briefly talking about the construction, again, the design of this light, again, it is made out of ABS plastic. I'm not really too concerned about that. It's not like I'm going to be dropping the light. Overall, it does feel like it's well built. So just having a closer look here at the Bowens mount, let's just discuss a little bit about that. It's a standard Bowens mount. We do have the little locking mechanism right here on the side of the light. So if you go ahead and just push back this little Bowens mount locking or unlocking mechanism, we can just slide it back and we can pop out the reflector over here. So this reflector is your typical reflector over here. It does look like it's well made, but overall, if you do have the reflector installed, it's going to project the light in a more direct area and will also increase the intensity, versus not having the reflector on. The light just going to be able to spread a little bit more. So just simply putting back onto the reflector here, you just line up the little holes and turn it towards the left, which is going to be counterclockwise, and it's just going to automatically lock. There's not anything special that you need to do. It's pretty standard and straightforward. Alright guys, so this is what the Sutefoto P100 LED light looks like. I have the light set to 40% brightness. I have the CCT color spectrum set to 5600, which is a nice daylight temperature. And I do have mounted my Bowens mount softbox. Again, my softbox is approximately 24 inches wide by about 20 inches deep. I will mention that I do have one layer of diffusion inside of the softbox, and I do have the grid mounted as well on the front of the softbox, which is just kind of helping direct the light in my area and my direction. So overall, I just wanted to share with you guys on how it looks in general and on skin tones. So I want to hear your guys' opinion, so let me know down in the comment section down below how it looks overall, what you guys think about this light fixture, what's your favorite feature about this light fixture, and if you guys do have any comments, questions, or concerns, let me know down in the comments as well. So overall, let's continue with the rest of the review. So I think you guys are now pretty familiar with the light and some of the features over here. What I want to do show you guys is a little bit closer look at the back of the light over here. Basically, we do have the DC input, again, where we're going to be powering on the light via the AC/DC adapter plugged into the wall, or in my case, I will show you guys soon on how we can power the light with the V-mount battery. So talking about the power switch over here onto the right hand side, we actually have a 3-position switch. So being toggled right now in the middle, that's actually the off position. If we go ahead and press it up towards the top, that 3-position power switch, that's going to be powering the light with either the MPF batteries, okay? If we go ahead and toggle this power on switch down towards the bottom, that's going to go ahead and turn on the light via the AC/DC adapter that's plugged into the wall. So again, a 3-position on and off switch. So here we are looking at the light at a nice cool temperature at 10,000 K, and it's only at 1% brightness. Just to go ahead and show you, that's 0, that's 1%. So you can only imagine what 100% brightness will look like. So just to give you guys an example on what it will look like when I go to the warmer temperature at 2,800, I'm just going to go ahead and adjust the dial over here, and you can see that the light is going to be going warmer. I'm currently at 4,000, 3,000, 2,800. So as you can see, this is a nice warm temperature. Again, we're looking at only 1%. I'm going to go ahead and dial this up to maybe at least 50% to give you guys an idea. So here's 60% right now. I can only imagine how bright that is. Again, I did not expose my shot for this light to be on, but I definitely just wanted to briefly show you on how bright this light actually is. I'm going to go up to 100%. This is 100% brightness. This thing is probably super crazy. Take a look how bright that is. That thing is probably super bright, lighting up the whole area, and I definitely don't want to be pointing that towards my face. So let me go ahead and dial this bad boy down all the way down to 1%. And bingo. We're looking at 1% brightness right now. Let's go ahead into the next mode, which is the HSI mode, hue, saturation, and intensity. So I'm just going to go ahead and press the button here at the back of the light, which says HSI mode or RGB mode. So let's go ahead and click it. And what that's going to allow us to do is to adjust the color now of the light along with the spectrum and the saturation. So right now we're looking at the hue is at 160. That basically just means that it looks like this color that you're witnessing right here, which looks like probably like a blue color. So I'm just going to keep it at 1% for these tests because I don't want it to be too bright. I'm going to go ahead and keep my saturation for this test at 100%. Okay, so you can adjust the saturation, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn the dial so we can see the different colors that this light can produce over here. So right now we're looking at about 260 as far as the hue, which to me it looks probably like a purpley color. I'm going to go ahead and continue to spin it. Right now we're at about 300. Again, it kind of looks like maybe like a pink sort of a color. I'm going to continue to turn it, and I know around 360 ballpark we're looking at like a red color. So as I continue to turn the light, the hue, the color, you can just going to go through all the different options that we have here. And again, I'm just putting my hand in front of it so I can kind of see what color we're looking at right now. So overall, that's what it is right there. We got any color to pick from. Okay, so now that we're looking at this red, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the intensity briefly for you guys. So there's the intensity. That's like 31%. Okay, I'm just going to dial it back down. So let's go ahead into the next mode, which is going to be the effects mode. Again, I'm just going to press the effect button. Looks like it's a little bit bright from what I see, sitting at 23%. I'm just going to dial it down, and it looks like the percentage on the effects is only allowing me to go down to 10%. It's not allowing me to go down any lower. Let's go ahead and change that. This is faulty bulb. Okay, this is TV, so this is what the TV effect is going to look like. Right now we're looking at RGB circle, so if you want to look at all the colors of this light, you can just leave it on the effect mode, RGB circle, and it's just going to continuously cycle through all the colors that are available. Again, we are sitting at 10%. So just to kind of give you guys an idea, we can adjust the frequency of the setting of this RGB, so basically how fast it's going to change between these colors. So to give you an example, right now we are on frequency number 4. Let's go ahead and change it to frequency number 10 for an example. So here we are looking at the RGB circle, but frequency number 10 right here. So this is cycling through the colors much quicker. So here we are, paparazzi. The frequency set for this one is 10. So if that's too often for you, for an example, you can go ahead and adjust the frequency down as well if you guys need to. So another awesome feature about this light, and along with other Sutefoto lights, for an example, I do own the Sutefoto P100 RGB LED light, and therefore between those two lights I can program them to be on the same channel and on the same group, which is going to allow me to control both of these lights just with, for an example, controlling this one light. So if I adjust the settings on this one, if they are on the same group, the same channel, that other light is going to change and replicate what I am doing with this light, which is just fantastic feature. And same thing goes for the app. If I want to use the app to control these lights, and I set both of these lights, for an example, the P100 and the P100 to the same channel and to the same group, I can just simply sit here on my phone with the app and control both of these lights, replicating the same effect or the same color, whatever it is, the intensity, whatever settings I adjust on the app or whatever settings I adjust on the one light fixture is going to basically replicate onto the other Sutefoto light, which is just fantastic, because in some scenarios when you're filming, you might have a bunch of different lights and you literally don't want to walk to the back of every light and start adjusting the exact setting that you want. Once you set each light to the right channel that you want and along with the right group, all you need to do is touch one light or adjust the app and all of them are going to change to the same. So guys, I think it's time. I'm gonna go ahead and power this light with the V-mount battery. So what I'm gonna do over here is I'm just gonna go ahead and simply power off the light over here, just turn it off. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this AC/DC adapter, the cable that's powering on the light. I'm just gonna put it fully right here onto the ground. I got my V-mount battery right over here. Let me just take it off for you guys so you guys can have a look. This is the CG-SYN V99 V-mount battery. It does have a few options over here for output, for an example, USB-C, PD, and we also have a USB output, and we also have a D-tap output, and that's what I'm going to be using for this light. So I have a D-tap cable right over here. It's going to plug that into the side of the V-mount battery. The end of this D-tap cable is actually a DC connection. So this DC connection, it does not fit at the back of this light over here because they do have different size DC connections. So it does not go into the back of the light, but that's okay because I previously bought for my P100, the Sutefoto P100 RGB light, this other cable, which is a DC adapter. So this end is actually a female, okay, which takes this end of the D-tap to DC, so it plugs right into here, and the other end of this cable is the correct size. So I just ordered this on Amazon, but that's what I had to do in my case to power this light off the V-mount battery. Just get the right cables and you're going to be basically good to go. So here we go. This is the end of the connection right over here. It's not that complicated. It's literally one D-tap cable to DC and the other one is a DC to DC cable, which is converting it to the right size that I need for the light. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug this in to the back of the light. Bingo. I'm going to go ahead and snap on my V-mount battery onto my V-mount battery plate. Okay. I can witness how much a battery percent that I have over here. I have 93%. And in this case, if I recall correctly, I want to actually turn the light not to the battery mode with the MPF batteries, but I actually want to turn it to the DC mode when I turn on the on and off switch, because this light is basically getting powered via the DC input. And I just turned it on via the DC input and bang, the light is turning on right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and flip it around to you guys. Again, we're sitting at 1% brightness over here. So just to kind of show you guys, to confirm that with the V-mount battery we can adjust the brightness all the way up to 100%. I'm still sitting at 1% right now. I'm going to go ahead and raise it briefly all the way up to 100% brightness. Bang, we're sitting at 100% brightness. I apologize for blinding you guys over here, but this is what it is. I just wanted to briefly show you guys. And my battery is still showing 92% over here. of my V-mount battery. So I'm just going to bring down this percent all the way back down. There you go. I just wanted to show you guys what it's capable of. There's so many options, so many features. Again, the MPF battery option, the V-mount battery, plug it into the wall, Bowens mount, and overall the 96 CRI rating, the built-in light effects, the different RGB. There's so much to kind of list. I'm very impressed with it. I'm very happy with this light. So guys, I will like to mention that the Sutefoto app that allows you to control this light, it's a free app. It's easy to connect via Bluetooth, and it's also very easy to control the light wherever you are positioned versus having to walk up to the light and adjusting all the settings. The app is just laid out well. It's pretty straightforward. It's super easy to use. Just drag and click with your fingertips. I'm loving the app. It's actually, in my opinion, easier to use the app to control the light than it is actually controlling it here at the back of the light fixture. So overall, that's my opinion. I'm really impressed with the app. Sutefoto, good job on that one. I'm very impressed as well. Well guys, that looks like a wrap for today's video. I do appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you guys did learn something along the way. If you guys do have any comments, questions, concerns, let me know down in the comment section down below, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Till next time, peace.
Oh my. Oh my.